Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we will extend our playlist regarding web automation. One step that you will need over the time is to take screenshots from a single web element and also from the complete website. We use my YouTube channel website for our testing, but you can use of course whatever you want. The key problem is here to get the full picture of a website that is not fit to the screen. So we will implement a JavaScript logic to scroll and zoom during screenshots creation. The result you see here. But let's start at the beginning. So let's start with the practical part. In order not to worry about the complete initialization of the Chromedriver and the setup every time, we use the result from the perfect Chromedriver initialization video that is already in my channel as a starting point for this video. I have linked it in the description. So if you are still looking for a perfect way to initialize Selenium WebDriver and want to have a start point with which you can automate any website, please check the video. The complete website initialization is already implemented in the already known project. As a visualization, you can see a picture box that shows a green traffic light after the website is completely loaded and thus ready for us to automate. So with this already working starting point, it's direct possible to load the website in the text box and see in the visual elements on the form the result. So in other words, if the traffic light is green and the text box is filled with data, the website is ready for any action that you want to do. Feel free to check out my channel and the related playlist for web automation. There you can find many examples in that direction. This is not only working if you see the website, it's also possible to hide the browser window after the testing is finished using this tool. But there is still a problem. If you close the tool, the browser is still open. That is not a big issue if you see the browser, but it's also happen if you are in hide mode. To prevent this, just add a quick change into the tool. For this we use the form closing event that is triggered short before the form is closed. In this we can search using the process class if a process is running that we don't want. If we found it with the help of a simple for each loop, we are able to kill the process and close the browser window. In the first step we load all actual running processes. In the next step we check if our process is part of that. If yes, we kill it. We have to just add some controls to the layout. Just a button that we use as the trigger to start the screenshot, and a toggle where we can decide to take a full website picture or just a single element from the website. So now we are ready to start coding. Everything begins in the button click event. That is our starting point for our screenshot. We define first an empty web element, this we use later to store our single element for a screenshot. Next we define a new method that we use for our stuff. The easiest way is to define everything what we need, and what we need to hand over to the method. The last step to create the method is then automatic done by Visual Studio. We hand over our web browser that handles the website then our single element that we want to screenshot. Also we use the toggle to define if we want a single or full screenshot, and at last the path where the data will be saved. Then you can use this way to create the needed method. Easy or? The variables from the method, we can change to some better names. This makes it easier to use it later in the code. In the method we generate, at first step the directory on our hard drive, using the path and directory class. So if the directory did not exist, it will create it from the code. To see if our screenshots are successfully or not, we create two message boxes with the needed informations in our button click event, so that we are informed when the screenshot is taken, and if it was successfully. That's all in this event. Now we need to define our website that we want to use to take screenshots. I think my channel is perfect for this. Here you see many content, and you need to scroll down to get the complete picture of the website. That will be a good challenge for a full website screenshot. Also, several good points and elements for a single screenshot are there. So let's make a test with our tool. You see that a message before the website blocks our loading. This is in general a problem with our Chrome for testing environment. To fix that we will click by code the needed button. Just a right click on the button, and then inspect or press F12, to open the developer tools from Chrome. There we can copy the needed identifier, to use the web element in our code. If you want more information regarding that, feel free to check out my playlist Control the Web using Selenium and C# on my channel. There you find everything that you need to become a pro. So after we get the needed identifier, we use the position in our code where the website is loaded complete. Here we can click the button and open the full site of my channel. this case we use the selector as identifier. But in general it doesn't matter what you take here. If it works it's okay. So now it's time for another test. It seems to be okay. The button is clicked by code and we see the full website. Now we are ready for our automation. As a single web element we use the header picture from my channel. We find the needed identifier to get access to it, by the same way we did before by the button. Just search and find the needed identifier. We use that element to feed our single web element for the screenshot that we handed over to the method. In the screenshot method we define at first if we need a single or full screenshot. Single means in this case, only a screenshot from our header element. Full screen is more complicated. We need here a logic that scrolls our website and zoom it in and out to get the full picture. But first let's code the single screenshot. For this we create a helper method that make a part of the work. This gives us in general already a screenshot, but we need only the part where our element is placed. For this we create a rectangle with the needed position and size to get the picture. So not so much stuff in here. As last step, we can save it with the integrated function to our hard drive path, and that is. So now let's make another test of this new piece of code. There seems to be an issue with the path. Let's check. Ah yes, here you can see it. The issue is that you have some signs in the path name that are not supported for creating files on a hard drive. That is easy to fix. So let's try again. This time it is working well. We have the screenshot from our header picture like expected. That looks very well for this small part of code. Now we need something else for our full screen screenshot. But only full screen will be not enough in this case, because you have to scroll to get the full picture of my channel. So back to our code again. First we create a new method that provides us the needed picture. In most cases it's easier to create a method for different functions. Then you can use it in different events and piece of code and it's more structured. The new method getEntireScreenshot will do the work for us and return an image that we can take and save to our folder. Just provide the browser with the website and get as a return value our picture. Sounds simple, or? But this is more complex than you think. But don't worry, we will go step by step through the method. I will also put you the complete method in the description. Then you can use it easy in your code. So now it's time to fill the method where the magic happens with code. We use a JavaScript executor to execute scripts direct in the website using JavaScript. With this we are able to control the website and scroll it, for example. But many more are possible. The first two Java scripts did scroll on top of the website and then zoom out. With thread sleep we give the website a little time to work with our commands. The next two Java scripts give us the total size of the page that we store in two new variables. Then we do the same for the viewport size. In the if statement, we only care about taking multiple images together if it doesn't already fit. Here we split the screen in multiple rectangles and loop until the total height is reached. In this if statement, we fix if the height of the element is too big. Here we loop until the total width is reached and fix in the next statement if the width of the element is too big. Here we create and add the rectangle to our rectangle list. In this fork loop we get all screenshots and stitch them together. We also calculate the scrolling if needed. You see that is high complex and you did not need to understand everything complete. Feel free to try your own ways to handle the screenshot. There are like always many options available to reach the goal. If needed you can also copy this complete method out of the description from this video. Most of the code is only to solve the issue to get the full website, also the part that is not actual visible to the user without scrolling. If you need only a screenshot from the window, this will be of course much easier. So we are reaching the end of our method. Just set the zoom back to normal, and after another thread sleep we can return our image and save it to the folder. So now we can test our final tool. If everything is working, we can get a screenshot from the website and the header picture. And that also in hide mode of the website. Here you see what we did. We have a well structure in our code. It starts with the event handler from our button. This starts the main method and give us the message of success or not. In the make screenshot method we have the decision if we want the full picture or just a single element that we provided to the method. From there it goes to different methods where the work is done and we get back what we need. So time for a test. Our single element is still working well, but it seems there is a small issue in the complete website shot. But with the message box we get all the info that we need to find the problem. There is a bracket missing in the code. Let's find and fix it. There we found it in the first line of the JavaScript part. So time for another try. Okay, one problem comes never alone. The screenshot is working now, but there is still an issue with the file name. Hopefully only a typo or something similar. Let's check. Oh yes, I see it already. We use date and not day in the file name creation. So let's quick fix it, and then we are ready for our hopefully last test. Yes, that looks perfect now. Both screenshots are working well and saved to the folder. Let's delete the files and make a last test with the website in hide mode. In automation, this is on most of situation the best way. It's then some kind of magic. Also, this is working well. So now we are ready for other challenges. Some ideas or wishes, just let me know in the comments. I am always happy to share my knowledge with you. Don't forget, always be curious and have fun with what you do.